Captain Paul here for TSP, and MrBeast is getting a lot of backlash of being a quote-unquote white savior. In MrBeast's charity, he decided to give 20,000 shoes to kids in Africa. I wanted to watch the video and see what all the backlash was about. Let's get into it.
For hundreds of thousands of kids in South Africa, the only thing standing between them and an education is a simple pair of shoes. Let me explain. Because of the extreme poverty in rural towns, walking to school barefoot is the only option, which means they have to walk for miles over harsh terrain, broken glass, and contaminated water. But before tackling this major problem by donating 20,000 pairs of shoes, we flew to Johannesburg, South Africa, where we found a charity called Barefoot No More that uses these plastic granules, and then it goes through all these tubes and does a bunch of other complicated mechanical stuff that eventually creates the perfect seamless shoe. Whoa, these are actually really nice.
I mean this when I say this. Where is the hatred? Where is the negative messaging here? Is it because he's doing this in Africa, where he's done charities throughout all of the fucking world? I do not understand how anyone could be mad at someone spending their own time, money, putting heart and soul into something to help other people. How they could be mad at that? Are we truly living in this society where even if you do things for the betterment of other people, people are just gonna judge you negatively regardless? That's pretty fucking sad.
Then Darren and the team quickly boxed up the shoes and we headed to Cape Town to find the schools whose students are in the most desperate need of help. Where we met Gabriella and Roswell, two junior school teachers in a rural village who have devoted their entire lives to educating underprivileged kids.
You would not begin to imagine what our kids have to go through on a normal day. To them, domestic violence is definitely normal at home.
These schools not only offer an opportunity to learn, but also a safe haven where students are protected in these dangerous communities.
The biggest challenge is actually getting the kids to school.
Our learners have to walk miles and miles just to get to school.
It can be a struggle with all the thorns and needles. I wouldn't go to school. I can be a great teacher, but I can't be a teacher to nobody.
I feel like that message is so powerful. You have people over there wanting to teach, make a better society, improve the youth, make sure that they have better chances at life than they did, giving back. But he can't be a teacher if there's nobody there to teach. I don't understand how people don't get that this is just a person, speaking of MrBeast, that has a very good soul and a kind heart, and he's giving back to people that couldn't afford to do these type of things just because of the financial restrictions that they have. So you're painting MrBeast as this evil white man in some of the absurd takes I've seen online with the white savior shit. What are you doing for these countries? What are you doing for the betterment of these people? I'll tell you quite frankly, you're not doing nothing. You're not spending millions like him. You're not putting your heart and soul into these charities like he is. So instead of being jealous, because this is what this is, instead of being jealous and petty and trying to put some weird narrative behind it, why don't you better yourself and give back?
Despite all of the difficulties that these kids face at home, to hear that they're not coming to school because they don't have school shoes is just heartbreaking. I can't wait for these shoes to arrive to see what a big difference it's going to make.
The next day, the shoes arrived and the team quickly got to work by setting up at 9 different schools all across Cape Town.
You have kids in financial situations that are not going to school because they don't have freaking shoes on their feet. How could anyone be mad at this? He's allowing these kids to have an education. He's allowing these kids to better themselves and improve their own communities. And you're going to be mad at it. And you know what? Let me just roll this last clip and I'll go into my whole conclusion.
It makes your heart pound. Yo, it's a blessing.
It's something I'll never forget, and it's one of the best days of my life.
Please philanthropy. What you have done here at my school is absolutely amazing.
What an absolutely phenomenal video. I am going to link down below in the description. If you haven't seen this video already, I want you to donate to this guy's causes. MrBeast is one of the best things to ever happen to the platform. He gives back to so many communities, helps out so many people. And a pair of shoes might sound simple to a lot of us that live in a first world country where we don't have these issues. He is single-handedly helping improve these children's lives for the rest of their life, because they will be able to get a proper education and hopefully obtain the dreams that they want to do. Conclusion here: for people that want to say this is white savior syndrome, or that it's just another white European going over and doing what he wants to do and look good and use black people as a trophy, you are some of the most closed-minded, bigoted morons on this planet. With the track record that MrBeast has, do you really think he's profiting off of these people suffering, or he's doing it because he wants to make their lives better? A lot of this stuff that I'm seeing in the social media when it's negative regarding him, MrBeast, is due to jealousy and due to the realization that maybe deep down you understand you are not doing shit for anyone else but yourself. So instead of criticizing someone that's doing fantastic work in this world, why don't you put your shoes on, get out there in the community, and actually help people? Stop tearing down an individual that's building others up. I'm Captain Paul from TSP. We bring a lot of hot takes and cold truths. See you in the next one.